Hello guys, welcome to Viha Forest. I hope you all are doing good. In this video, I'm going to explain you about packages in Java. So there are two types of packages in Java. First one, uh, Java built-in packages. For example, we have java.io package and java.util package. So these are Java built-in packages which are already predefined. We can make use of those packages in order to get its functionality. I will explain with an example. And the second type is Java. Uh, in Java, we can define our own packages, which are also called as user-defined packages, and these are also called, sometimes we can also call it as custom packages. So uh, default packages have their own functionality, and user-defined packages, using user-defined packages we can create our own functions, or we can also call it as our own, we can also create our own functionalities which can be utilized over different other packages. For example, okay, first I will explain you what are Java built-in packages. So here I have created a package named com.sample1, and inside which I have created a class named test1. So in the com.sample1 package, you can observe I have created a class named test1, and inside which I have added public void sum. This is a sum method which accepts integer a and integer b, two parameters, or we can also call it as arguments. So inside that I have added addition functionality, and inside which I have used system.out.println to print the value of c after the addition operation. Then after, you can see public static void main, so where execution gets started. And then inside that I have created an object for test1 class. For this class test1 I have created object. Why I have created, in the sense to call this sum method. So instead of creating object for test1, and we can also call this sum method using static keyword. If we add static over here, public static void sum, we can directly call this sum method inside public static void main. Instead of that, I have just created an object for test1 class, and I am trying to call sum method. So here we can give values to integer a comma b directly over here, but instead of that I have chose to give them dynamically. So using scanner class, I wanted to give dynamic inputs to variables a and b. So scanner sc, this is the syntax for scanner class, which I already explained in the previous video, but once again I am referring it in order to explain about the Java built-in packages. Here scanner sc equal to new scanner of system.in, and in the next line you can see a equal to sc.nextInt, which means that when we execute this program, we need to give input values for a and b, and whenever we give those values, it will be stored in integer variables a and b. Then after, those parameters will be sent to sum method t.sum, and the addition operation will be performed inside sum method, and it will directly print the value of c over here. So here you can see I have used the scanner class. So directly if we write scanner sc equal to new scanner of system.in, it will not work, because it is from Java built-in packages, which is, here you can see I have added java.util.scanner. Because of that, we need to import Java built-in packages, or if at all we create any custom packages, we have to import those particular packages in order to make use of those functionalities. So already Java has built this particular Java scanner class, and it is present in util package. So we have to import java.util package in order to make use of this scanner functionality, scanner classes functionality. And here we can make use of scanner, and then we can perform addition operation. In the same way, I have created one more object for one more class, buffered reader. So this is syntax for buffered reader. Buffered reader br equal to new buffered reader of new input stream reader of system.in. And here I'm trying to read dynamic string, and I wanted to insert it in the string C variable. Then I am trying to print the variable C over here. So dynamically we can give some name over here and it will directly print using system.out.println. But here buffered reader, if we directly write this buffered reader br equal to new buffered reader of all these, it will not work. We have to import this particular class from some other package, which is java.io package. Here you can see java.io.buffered reader, and in the same way we have IO exception. I will explain that, and input stream reader class. So all these are from IO package. We are trying to import those particular packages over here in order to make use of those functionalities in our class. So that's the reason we are able to make use of scanner class and buffered reader class inside our test1 class. So these are default packages, or we can say built-in packages in Java, java.io and java.util. Then after this IO exception, I will give the basic idea now, and later on I will explain the exception handling. So here you can observe throws IO exception. When we make use of buffered reader, it has to be handled. The errors has to be handled by IO exception. So we are making use of throws keyword and IO exception in order to make use of this buffered reader. Without IO exception, it will not work. Buffered reader not work. So for time being, just put it in mind that IO exception is used for buffered reader, but it has some exception handling functionality, which I will explain in the later videos. So these are default packages or built-in packages. Now custom package. So as I explained you previously, I have created com.sample1, which is custom package, in order to explain to you, and I have created test1 class. Here you can observe I have created com.pattern, com.programs.java, com.sample1, com.tutorial.java. All these are custom packages. And here I'm trying to, in the second line, if you see, I'm trying to import com.tutorial.java.star. .star refers to inside this package. I have lot of programs here. You can see abstract, example, access modifiers, arrays, comment, constructors. So in order to get all the classes functionalities, if we want to use any of the classes existing inside com.tutorial.java, we need to mention com.tutorial.java.star in this particular class test1. But it's not the standard functionality. The standard functionality is for whichever class we are making use of, we need to add that particular class at the end of package name, like here buffered reader, IO exception, input stream reader, and scanner. So here you can see I have created an object for access modifiers class. So where is access modifiers class? Inside com.tutorial.java, and when we import that particular com.tutorial.java.access modifiers, then we can make use of access modifiers, or we can create objects for particular access modifiers class. If at all, if we remove this particular import statement, here you can see it is showing error. Here you can see we cannot create an object for access modifiers because we need to import this access modifiers from com.tutorial.java, and when we click on it directly, it will directly add at the top over here, like access import com.tutorial.java.access modifiers. So in that way we can make use of custom built-in packages. So these are custom built-in packages. We need to create the package, and we need to create class inside that particular package, and when we want to make use of that particular class in some other package, we have to import that particular package, then we can create object for those classes. So access modifiers is a class. Here you can see I have a class named access modifiers. Inside that, this is a constructor, default constructor public, which prints public access modifiers constructor. So this is a default constructor, and this is the access modifiers class inside access modifiers.java. So when we try to execute this particular program, in the console you can observe Okay, here we have to give two input variable input values integer of type integer. So I am giving 1 comma 2. Here you can see C from sample1 package, and the value it is showing is 3. So sample1 package and test1 class, 1 plus 2 is 3. Then after I'm trying to give my name Shiva, and here you can see C colon Shiva. Why it is showing C colon Shiva in a sense, here you can observe buffered reader is accepting string type, and it is storing in the string variable C, and I am trying to print that value C. Before that, scanner s equal to new scanner system dot in. Here I am trying to give integer values 1 comma 2. So a will hold the value of 1 and b will hold the value of 2. Then after sum method is called, inside sum I am trying to perform a plus b operation, and then after system dot println using which the value of c from sample1 package 3 will be printed, is getting printed in console. And then after this is printing Shiva value. And at last, if you observe public access modifiers constructor, it is because I have created an object for access modifiers class, and as I already explained you previously, it is having a default constructor which is printing public access modifiers constructor. And this is the reason we are able to see public access modifiers constructor over here in the console. I hope you understood about what are default packages and what are custom uh, user defined packages, built-in packages, as well as user defined packages in Java. I hope it's informative to you guys. So do like, share, comment, and subscribe to Viha Forest for more interesting content. See you all in my next video, guys. Take care.